Game not great, atmosphere awful. It's difficult, isn't it, playing behind closed doors? Yes, it's a rap on the knuckles for Croatia. They've had plenty of those before, but everyone else suffers. So there are 500 England fans who've paid their passage to Rijeka for the game before the announcement is made that the game's going to be behind closed doors. They then find a perch on a hill overlooking the stadium, and the security staff move them away from that. It's sold live around the world TV rights for considerable amounts of money, and it's not a spectacle. So you just wonder whether there are actually better ways of punishing Croatia in a situation like this than making them play behind closed doors. But that's by the by. I just felt there was no energy to the whole occasion. There was nothing for the players to feed off. There was no tempo to the game either. And so it didn't really ebb and flow. England had the better of it. Twice they hit the frame of the goal. Rashford should have scored twice. Croatia, for me, were significantly underwhelming. They were poor against a very good Spain in a game that we saw a month ago. They were poor again today. There wasn't much life about their display.
Jon mentions Marcus Rashford. I mean, he had those two very clear opportunities, Stevie.
Yep. Well, you wonder whether the fact that he's not consistently playing at Manchester United, whether that feeds into that. Certainly, there are the two chances that he should have scored, but maybe that little lack of sharpness because he's not consistently on the field is playing into that. But listen, when this guy plays for England, he's either scoring or he's getting chances. So that's the positive of Marcus Rashford with England.
But it's back to that consistency side. We were talking about Lukaku earlier, and I think it's a little bit with Rashford as well. It's one thing if you're not creating chances. It's another thing when you get yourself in those kind of opportunities. He should have finished at least one of them, no question about it. And that would have brought a whole new level of life to a game that was extremely lifeless. England created enough chances on the road. You don't get those kind of opportunities very often. Against a very good Croatia, you don't have a hostile environment because it's an empty stadium. You get a chance, you create chances. Harry Kane with an open header from 8 yards out that crashes against the crossbar. Rashford with two good chances. They finish one of those. Maybe it wakes up Croatia into sparking that game, but really you're looking at a Croatia that hasn't quite recovered from losing the World Cup final. And it just looks like the hangover is staying there because we were joking about it off air. Where was Luka Modric in that game? I mean, this is supposed to be the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or, and he's nowhere to be seen.
No.